Ladies and gentlemen, under the theme of today, the symposium, my paper is focused on making an ethno-relative sustainable model village. This paper has been supervised by Dr. Ganesh Murthy of Commodore. The aim of my paper, the research, is to conduct a comprehensive study in the scope of making ethno-relative model village concept and to understand the independent variables that are visible through the different cultures of ethnic groups of Sri Lanka. This research is done for the displaced, but I don't call it displaced right now because when the thought came of doing this research, it was about 2010 during my tour of duty as Deputy Area Command of Northwestern Naval Area. It's almost on the northern part, it's on the northwestern rather, where I have found many of the people, some of the people who have been resettled, but they in fact wanted to come back to their original places. And there are many hesitations, there are a lot of differences, there are a lot of problems, and people, those who have been before, they wanted it back, So I thought it might as well to do a research study, how best we could do to support their wishes. So I don't call it they are displaced because right now it is not valid. At that time they were, but now they have been resettled. But my aim is to give them a better living conditions and a better concept through a model village, where the concept will be briefed to you in coming slides. In this presentation, I probably discuss little of history, population of the area, location, meetings, and propose new locations where it is to be, and also the people's view on this concept. No doubt the country has substantial responsibility in assisting resettlement of civilians. Today it was very evident through all the scholars given the waves. We have heard much enough how best that we have done. Probably our efforts would be, I don't think recently anybody has done such a rehabilitation process. We call it reintegration, reconciliation, all works of arts. But the model of us is definitely a model to the world. Even if you think about the greatest rehabilitations that has been done during the Second World War, you call it Marshall Plan or Comintern and Comecon of Russia, the communism way of doing, but what we did was something great, and it was very limited period, and the effect was too much, and also the economy of effort was extremely and to the climax. So in my experience, in my opinion, I feel what we have done is the lessons to the world. The talk about the resettlement or the history of the Molikulam village where that I have concern on my study is a village just, if you know about the northwestern side, it is little south of the Silavature. If you go, it's between Putlam and the Silavature area. And that was a very historical village. There are about, and there were many people who were living in that area, but most of them have been left their villages is because it has been a strategically important place for anybody. So even the smugglers, or if not the terrorism, that had been one of the most key point, or we call it a VP, a vulnerable point for both sides. And it is always better in such places. It is always better without people. So some powers have influenced those people to vacate those areas, and that place was just left without any families. The population of the study area has been identified about 250 families. The number of people was about 1,050 as of my study, and out of these families, I have located about 140 of them. In that 4 families, I have found them in Talemena, and Pesal we found about 3, and Talpadu about 93. And as shown in the screen, the families, about 140 families were identified, but then there are about another 110 families. I could not trace nothing because we understand that they are still in India, haven't come back. These families have been resettled already, as shown in the screen. You can see Talemena, Pesale, Talpadu, likewise. This is the area that I was talking about. It's Molikulam, the location. That location, there are about another 4 small villages. They call it Marichakaddi, Palaikuli, and Karadakuli. This is almost the north boundary of Vilpattu. There was concern of the government. They wanted, these people have brought their grievances saying that they want to come back to their original villages even though they are being resettled. So there are concerns on the government, and ministers and all these government stakeholders. They were trying hard to find or to give them some solution on this. So these are one of the, these are the guys, you can see them probably. Again to the map, the Silavatura, Kayakuli, Kokupaden. This is the area probably. We have identified about 2-3 places. So this Kayakuli also one place that we're thinking of, a better place for a model village concept that I'm bringing you in. Initially that the village had been on the location where it was before, but that because of the territory was so close to the Vilpattu jungle, and as well as the water problem, and there are many other facilities were not available. Thereby, my study has identified about an area 12 kilometers north of the original place where it has been. When I discuss with people, they say that 140 families are willing to be resettled. They say that it's better to go to the Kayakuli, or the place that my study has found that was to be the sustainable model village to be, and they were happy to,